Arkansas Razorbacks and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Razorbacks will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will have the football first. Last time these two squared off in the Southwest Classic, it was the Aggies gigging the Razorbacks in a close one.
I think we saw a lot of mental toughness in that game, too, by Texas A&M. Things didn't always go great, but they were always seemingly able to respond, and I think that's going to be a big key in this one, Dave.
And which one can keep their cool? In these rivalry games, sometimes it pops a little bit more. There's more emotion, and there's more adrenaline, and sometimes you can make some bad decisions. A&M did a good job last year, but a big challenge with the Razorbacks today.
And the Aggies have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Motion from the wide receiver. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick release on the RPO. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Grab behind the line. It's Craver. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Running inside. It's Edwards. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Bussey. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first end.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
He's got him. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Quarterback making checks. Reed to the air again. They're working that left side. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs. The Razorbacks offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. K.J. Jackson, he was under siege last time out. Sacked 6 times and it forced him into 2 interceptions. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Jackson will throw. With the catch, it's Marshall.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Here's Reed to throw. Looking to the big tight end. The short hands, it's Johnson. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Aggies come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. The quick out.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one.
Has it, and he will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Jackson gonna throw it. Taken in by Smith on the right side. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it as we get a look at the stats. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Reed. Pressure coming. And down he goes.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Hit as he throws. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. A&M comes back out with another first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Makes the grab, it's Bussey. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wideout. The RPO, it's complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Really nice time to go RPO there by the offense. 3rd and short, you might run the football. You got to fake that, certainly, and it freezes the defense just a split second enough for the QB to spit that thing out to the perimeter to make the catch and get the first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Throwing Reed. Unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Smashes in between the uprights. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Reed. Going for it all. And it's caught inside the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense always looking for those big explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Right, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry-ridden.
Caught. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And at the end of the play, it looks as if there's an injured Razorback on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their 1st. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. The offense changing the play. Reed. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Texas A&M going quickly. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Quickly complete. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking downfield, it's Reed. He's going to let it go. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Slings it downfield. Connection to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Again, it's Reed. Here's the pressure. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Reed to throw. Bringing the heat. Going to take a shot. Makes a grab for a big play. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught behind the line. It's Horton. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy at that slot position.
Snags it, and there's running room. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Run inside. It's Edwards. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll go right back to it. Might have a chance. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up.
They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense got it. Hey, drag. wide receiver going in motion. Reed, under fire. Buried before he could blink.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He might want another play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. Complete downfield. He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Aggie. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week? So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Throwing Reed. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the outside. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
That is a big-time completion for the offense. You have to give all the credit to the offensive line because he had all day to sit back there in the pocket, find an open man downfield. That was just way too easy for the offense. The defense, no pass rush whatsoever, and the result is a big explosive play for the O.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Pocket breaking down. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards. Makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. In the gun, third down, Reed. Fires to the end zone. Looking for the goal line. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. The Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They lost ground on first down, now second and goal from the 5. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop.
Just hammer it with this running back again. All wideouts, no backs. Reed. Got the quick pass. Open space at the 25. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Aggies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Back to pass, it's Reed. And here's the third interception of the night. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Well, there's no quitting.
With the 12th man standing at the ready, and at times it seemed as if A&M needed